Hey, it's Destiny back with another video, and welcome to the Decimania channel on YouTube. I have a little announcement to make before today's video. Today's video, what you're going to see is me talking about a couple of different subjects, where I normally just come up here and talk about one thing, or try to anyway. This time, I'm going to be talking about a couple things, because I'm thinking about starting a podcast. Yeah, I know everybody else has one, but something I would like to try, and I would like to do a trial run today of my first podcast, which is going to be airing on Wednesdays, and it's going to be called Wrestle World Wednesday. That's basically going to be the name of my podcast. Or actually, I might let you guys come up with, because Wrestle World Wednesday sounds like a good name, but I might put some other names. I might put up a poll later to see which one you guys like, but I think I will call it that if you guys would like to see me do it on Wednesdays. Or I could subject it to weekends so we can come up with something else, but I figured Wednesday could be my day to kind of do any kind of history segments, if there's any, or sorry, hold on. Sorry guys, I'm having freaking throat trouble. Like if there's a history segment, like an anniversary of something, or if there's a big signing, or breaking news, or anything like that. Or any kind of, sorry, my other phone's going off in the corner. Like if anything breaks, or if anything big is happening that week, I will talk about it. And if something comes out the day after, I will talk about that probably on the next podcast. So let's see how this goes. Today we're going to be talking about a couple things. All AEW and WWE related. The first being Edge has signed with AEW. Adam Copeland. Edge is All Elite. He debuted this past weekend at Wrestle Dream and attacked Nick Wayne with a chair. So it looks like him and Christian Cage are going to be feuding for the TNT Championship, which is cool. That actually ties into what else I'm going to be talking about today, which is going to be Darby Allin getting ready to climb Mount Everest. So, without further ado, Decimania presents Wrestle World Wednesday, Episode 1. Edge debuts in AEW. Darby Allin gets set to climb Mount Everest. Brian Pillman Jr. could be heading to NXT. And Jade Cargill will be signing with WWE. So we'll talk about all that today. I will be doing a video probably on Brian Pillman tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to record something, but I don't know if it's going to be on Pillman exactly. Because tomorrow is the 26th anniversary of Brian Pillman's death. There's a couple other things we could talk about tomorrow too. A couple anniversaries actually. But, well, we're going to talk about this today. Edge is All Elite, debuted at Wrestle Dream, hit Nick Wayne with a chair. Him and Christian will probably be feuding for the TNT Championship. He's going to be speaking on Dynamite tonight. So, this will probably go up a couple hours before Dynamite. So, you guys can watch that before the show. And Fastlane predictions will be on Saturday before Fastlane itself. So you're gonna see me probably for the next 5 days recording. Today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you're gonna get a lot of me in the next couple of days. I'm gonna try to have a more consistent schedule, but let's get into this. I'm glad Edge debuted. I really am. In AEW. And there's already people, the freaking tribalists saying, oh, Edge is ruining his legacy by going to WWE. Guess what? No, he's not. No, it's called, exploring more options, taking more chances, exploring a new company. It's weird. He's not going to go by Edge anymore. He's going to go by Adam Copeland, but he's still getting to use the Rated R Superstar nickname and the song that he used in WWE, the Metalingus by Alter Bridge. So that's cool. I'm excited to see what he does. I really am. There's a lot of feuds. That I'd like to see him in. Hang on a second. Anyway, a lot of feuds I'd like to see Edge in. Obviously against Christian, and then maybe, hopefully, he'll turn face, and they'll have one more run as a tag team. There's Darby Allin, Hangman Adam Page, people like that. Hang on.
Screen search. Double unlock. Network locked. Emergency calls only.
Let's plug these in real fast. Hang on.
Selected. Charge. Speech rate 90%.
Alright, there we go. Solve that problem. Sorry, I should have done that before I started recording, but I didn't know it was going to go off like that. Darby Allin, Hangman Adam Page, Christian, obviously, Chris Jericho, again, they could rekindle their feud, MJF, Adam Cole, Malachi Black, people like that, Keith Lee, a lot of people he could work with. Sting, he never had a match with Sting. I'm excited to see Edge in AEW, and I think it's going to be great. I can't wait. I hope AEW gets a streaming deal next year, because I really want to start watching AEW and reviewing it. If so, that'll fill up my Thursdays. Or that'll be my Thursday reviews. But I will really try to be more consistent. Now that I'm going to have this podcast, it's going to be great. But that's what I think of Edge debuting in AEW. Next we got Darby Allin. We got a couple of things to discuss today. Darby Allin wants to climb Mount Everest, and this is what I was talking about earlier when I was discussing how Christian was still a TNT champion. That's good. That's good, because it's not that I don't like Darby Allin. I do. I like Darby. Darby's one of my favorites on that show. But if he's going to go through with this, if he's going to go through with climbing Mount Everest next year in April, and he's going to get the training this month and next month in Switzerland and China, I think is what they said. And he doesn't need to be holding a title right now. We already had one former TNT champion die. Brody Lee. But I think he should be careful, and I don't know how I feel about this. I admire him for wanting to try to challenge yourself, but I mean, yeah, less people have died. Other people don't, I don't know if people understand this fully or not. People have died. Not necessarily climbing up Mount Everest, but getting back down. Not even that. The elements up there are freaking harsh. You know, we're talking oxygen levels are thin, and it's colder, and temperature drops. You're up in the mountains. It's not like you're on some sandy beach or anything. You know, it's a mountain. Planes can't fly over that. Mount Everest is almost as high as a plane altitude, or what height a plane would be flying at. I forget how high it is, like 25,000 feet, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but somewhere along those lines. And he apparently has already got his will made in case something does happen, so I guess he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's getting himself into. But I just, I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm glad he didn't win the TNT title on Sunday because, you know, you don't need that situation. You know, keep it on Christian. If Darby's really going to go through with this, keep it on Christian Cage for a while. You know, I hope he makes it. I hope he makes it all right. And I hope, you know, I don't want to come up here. I don't want to come up here next year and do a video on freaking, oh yeah, Darby Allin died while climbing Mount Everest. I don't want to make that video. I don't think any of us does. I don't want to wake up and read that. We've already lost too many people like that. Jeez. Lost a couple legends already this year. You know, Bray Wyatt's death was bad enough. I don't need to freaking wake up and read that Darby Allin died on Mount Everest. I don't need to read that. I don't want to read that. But we'll see what happens with him. I hope he makes it okay. And I hope he really I really hope he takes this seriously if he's going to do it. If he's taking this seriously, he's got to train hard. But, yeah, that's what I think of that situation. I'm scared for him, but I hope he makes it okay. Now, let's talk about a couple people going to WWE. First up, it's going to be Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill, a former TVS Women's Champion TVS Champion on AEW Dynamite. Chris Statlander beat her for it. And Jade is headed to WWE. There's some feuds there. Rhea Ripley. Actually, she's already there. I think she's at the Performance Center, just like Brian Pillman Jr., who we'll get into in a little bit. But Jade is there. She can feud with Rhea Ripley. She can feud with Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Charlotte. You know, there's plenty of people she can feud with. There's a couple things that's good about this. One is that if she ever wanted to go back to AEW, she could be a bigger star. She'll be a bigger star after she leaves WWE, if she so chooses. Number two, that's going to add another person to their women's division that desperately needs it. Like, WWE's women's division needs something new. Becky Lynch is doing awesome on NXT with the NXT Championship. Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax is back, but I don't really like her. Nobody does. I'm sorry, but she just sucks. I mean, yeah. I just don't like her. I don't know. I just don't like her that much. And that's sad to say, but I just don't see any interest in her. But Jade is going to do great there, I think. I think they're going to give her a mega push. And I'm excited to see what Jade does. I'm also excited for this one, Brian Pillman Jr. This is the one I wanted to get into. Not that Jade doesn't mean anything. She does. I hope she does good. But I'm really rooting for Brian Pillman Jr. Fightful Select, I think, and Sean Rossap, and I think it was USA, confirmed that Brian Pillman Jr. will be signing with NXT. They didn't say when, but they just said that he would be signing with them. So that'll be good. This is what I think of the Brian Pillman situation. Brian Pillman Jr. may end up better off in WWE. Because if you think, no offense to AEW or anything, but one, they didn't do much with him. Two, Brian Pillman never had any history there, so it's like not like Brian Jr. could be like, oh yeah, my dad has history here. I mean, yeah, there's people there that work there that have worked with Brian Pillman, but WWE has all of his dad's footage, and they never mention him. They never mention Brian Pillman as much as they should. They don't mention Brian Pillman. They don't appreciate him as much as they should. But I think now that Triple H has a say in things more, I think we're going to see him utilized, hopefully, in a better role than what he was in AEW. No offense, Tony, but Brian deserved better. And I think maybe this will help him. Same with Jade Cargill. Going to WWE and making a name for yourself, and then if you want to go back to AEW, that might work. Cody and Drew did it. Cody and Drew both left WWE, made names for themselves, and then came back bigger stars. Jade and Brian Jr. could do the same. Come to WWE, hone their craft there for a couple of years, and then go back to WWE. Or AEW, sorry. But that's what I think of that situation. And tonight's the 4th anniversary of Dynamite. Rey Fenix will be defending the International Championship against Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks, so that'll be good. So is Adam Cole, legitimately hurt? Or is this is an angle? I don't know. I think he's hurt. But if so, that sucks. But we'll see what happens. There's some matches that Brian Pillman Jr. I'd like to see. Cody Rhodes, Dominic Mysterio, Randy Orton if he comes back. Johnny Gargano, who just reunited with Tommaso Ciampa the other night, which was really cool. AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio. That's an interesting question. Did Rey Mysterio and Brian Pillman ever wrestle? I don't think they did. I think they were leaving their respective companies around the same time. Ray was leaving ECW, and Pillman was leaving WCW to go to ECW for a stint and then go to WWE. Of course, that's when he had the big Humvee wreck, but we'll be talking about Brian Pillman and stuff like that tomorrow, so. Jey Uso, Jimmy, Solo. A lot of second-generation wrestlers that he could work with. And CM Punk, if he comes back. We'll be talking about that next week, maybe. We'll talk about that. I mean, Survivor Series is going to be in Chicago, apparently. I don't know. That doesn't mean anything, but sources are saying that Punk may be coming back to WWE. I'm still of the opinion of I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not going to get excited and be like, CM Punk's going to WWE, and then find out, oh, wait, no, he's not. But we'll see what happens with that, too. You know? Next week, if we have any news, I'll come up and review it. If not, we'll find something to do. We'll do a podcast on one subject, maybe a big long thing on something like the Attitude Era or the Aggression Era. You know, I did one on the Nexus a while back, but that was like 28-minute thing. You know? But no, I can't wait to see what these people do. Jade Cargill, Brian Pillman Jr., and Edge. I hope Darby makes it up and down Mount Everest safely. I don't want to read that he died. I don't think anyone else do. You know, like I said, Bray Wyatt's death was freaking bad enough this year. That sucked. It did. But we'll figure something out next week. If any more news comes up, if any news comes out this week, I'll address it next week. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to be talking about Brian Pillman and his legacy. I'm going to do a better version of what I did last year. I did a video on Brian last year, but I didn't like it. Hopefully this time it won't cut me off like it did last time. So, we'll see. If there are any anniversaries this month, we'll review those on the podcast, and yeah. This is just a trial run. This will not be my best episode, I'm telling you that right now, but hopefully these will start getting better, and I'll have some news for you to talk about on Wednesday next week. So that was the first episode of Wrestle War Wednesday. I don't know, I might keep that. I might come up with a different name. I don't know. I like it, but let me know what you guys think. Obviously, this is a short